Hello, this is Jim and Liz with DC Digital, and today we're demonstrating a DC-60UTW-SYSTEM-Wireless, and it's a wireless system. It's a wireless timer system actually, and it is a multifunctional, so it counts up, counts down, and then has a time of day. So it's going to be a timer up, timer down, and time of day. And the master has the controller on top of it, and it is a handheld controller. It is a 2.4 gigahertz wireless, RF wireless controller, and range approximately 150 feet. We have gotten further with it. It does come with a belt clip. Liz, can you show them the back of it and kind of bring it up close here maybe, and there you go. And then flip it around. And then all the controls are on the front. Is a membrane, push button, momentary, push button switch pad, and the master also is a indoor-outdoor 6-inch all aluminum enclosure, waterproof, weatherproof. It does have a indoor setting, which is what it's at right now, and then also an outdoor setting, which you can see is will combat the sun. So we'll go ahead and set it back to indoor, and then the slave secondaries are two DC-40 systems-W, and they connect RF wirelessly to the master, which is the DC-60, and those connect via the 900 megahertz radio, which is good up to approximately 1,500 feet. So we have the master and we have the two slave secondaries. The master has all the controls, which needs to be connected via the handheld controller, and that's where you would determine what function you're going to do, how you're going to start, stop it, where, you know, all that's going to be done through the master. So without further ado, I'm going to have Liz go ahead and demonstrate the functionality of the multifunctional timers, and give you how it all functions.
Okay, so currently it's in clock mode. We have it set for 24-hour mode. That's not a function on the remote. That's going to be some wires inside the clock themselves. You can either pin them together or leave them separate, and leaving them separate will put it into 12-hour mode. So to set the clock, you'll hit set hours once. It'll start counting up the hours. There's a beep to acknowledge that the button was pushed, and then you press the set hours again to stop the count, and then set minutes. You push the button once and it starts counting up the minutes, and then press it again to stop the count up. And then after that, you can go over to the button that says clock timer. You press that, it'll go over to the count up timer. You can see that's because the LED in the upper left hand corner is on. You hit start stop, and it will start counting up.
That's in tenths, hundredths, and seconds, and then it'll shift over as a shifted technology. So once it shifts over to seconds and minutes, you're going to get that full colon to light, and then it'll shift over to minutes and hours. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you press the up down button, it'll shift over to the down timer, and we left the up timer running, and it will flash in the upper left hand corner to let you know that it's running in the background. So with the down timer, you press set minutes to set the minutes, set hours, and that will be 4 hours, 4 minutes. If you press set seconds, while you have the hours on, it'll actually get rid of the hours, and it'll just do minutes and seconds.
So it interprets that you want to do minutes and seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we press, we have this down timer running now. You can see in the lower right corner that it's solid. That means that you're on the down timer screen. If you press clock timer again, to go back to the time of day, you can see both of them are flashing now to let you know that they're both running in the background. So when you go back to the timer, whichever digit or whichever colon is lit up in the upper left or lower right, whichever one is solid indicates which timer you're currently on. If we go back to the up timer, you can see it's shifted over to minutes and seconds now, and the colon is solid. So to stop it, you just press the start stop button again and zero it out. If we go back to the down timer, you can see because the up timer is no longer running, that is off. And if we stop this, you can press last value, and this will bring up the 4 minutes and 7 seconds that we set earlier, and press start stop to start it again from that value. And then press stop to stop it, and then you can zero it out with the zero button up there. And that's about it.
And then back to time of day. When
Yep.
you're not, usually when you're not using it, you can just go to the time of day. The 12-24-hour function is something, the 24-hour function is what the customer wanted on this specific system, but normally the default is 12-hour, and it is a wire jumper that we supply if you wanted to switch over to 24-hour. So again, this is Liz and Jim, and we're demonstrating a DC-60-UTW-SYSTEM-W is a wirelessly controlled system, timer system, multi-function, timer up, timer down, and time of day. Again, thank you.